Hey guys, Bix Weir, roadtoroot.com with your morning horn of Z's, your sip of coffee. Interesting horn of Z's again for you guys who haven't listened to these before. It means sip of coffee in a language called Bootling, which is a Northern California language. If you look at this map, this is the map of the fires. Boonville is right up around here, and that's where the horn of Z's comes from. Anyway. But I did want to give everybody an update on the fires. Still lots of problems. Absolutely tons of problems. The black, this is from the Google Maps. Black is fires that have been put out, but the red in here are fires that are active and literally not being contained. And there's nothing they can do. The winds are whipping around 20, 30, 40, gust of 50 miles an hour. It is very, very bad. And after today, I believe the winds are supposed to calm down and maybe they can get a handle on it. But let's take a closer look at some of these fires. This is the one that affected my family right out of Santa Rosa. This is called the Tubbs Fire. Between Calistoga and Santa Rosa is now 34,000 acres, 34,770 acres. Only 10% contained, and that started on Sunday night. Insane. Geyserville right up here. This fire is called the Pocket Fire, 8,000 acres. If you're looking at the heart of the wine country, it's right in here. This is this is Napa Valley right in here, and you can see it's literally surrounded by both sides. This fire, the Atlas Fire, is 48,000 acres and 27% contained. This fire right here is called the Nuns Fire, 17,000 acres, 3% contained. The Patrick Fire looks like these two fires merged, 10,000 acres, 3% contained. Another one, the Presley Fire, is 473 acres, only 1% contained. And then it starts going to the outliers. So this is already contained. But up here, this is called the Pocket Fire. 8,000 acres. It doesn't say what containment it has on it, but a lot in Mendocino. People in Mendocino County, which is up here. Let me back out a little bit. Up here to the north, they're saying, nobody's paying attention to us, and they're having lots of problems up there. The Redwood Valley Fire. These were all where those gigantic, redwoods are, and it's unbelievable that this is all happening in the place I grew up, and I love and live. I live down here in Oakland, which is right about here. So there's no threat to me personally, but my family, my uncle lost his house up here in Santa Rosa. He was right in the middle of this. Most of my family lives in Petaluma, which is right here. They're on warning. They haven't been told to evacuate. There's a mountain range here, but they're on alert. A lot of friends and family have moved out of these areas and have gone to stay with my family in Petaluma. So that's kind of the update. The forecast after today is looking a lot better with more moisture in the air and not as bad winds. But this is going to go on for days. The containment is almost is really, really low. Like this one is 3% contained. And this is the one that started Sunday night. There was like 17 fires started Sunday night. This is 10% contained. Do I think it was a terrorist attack? Do I think it was arson, a false flag? What do I think it is? I don't know. PG&E claims that's Pacific Gas and Electric, claims that it was power lines blown over by at 50, 60 mile an hour winds. That's why all these fires started at the same time on Sunday night is the story. I don't know if that's true or not, but I'm not going to go down that path. I know a lot of people on YouTube are looking at the devastation and saying, "Oh my God, how does everything disappear?" I asked the same question because I've been through the Oakland fire in 1991. There was always chimneys standing. There was stoves and the metal stuff was still there. It was still visible, and there's a lot of communities that are absolutely decimated with no chimneys and no nothing. That does not make any sense to me. So I would check into that stuff. But there are areas that you see a lot of chimneys. Chimneys usually don't fall down during a fire, obviously, because they're built to withstand heat. And if you look at the pictures from the Oakland fire, you'll see just a plot after plot with chimneys, and all the brick is still there, but everything else is turned to ash. And with these firestorms, you have extremely hot fires because they're being whipped around by the wind. So I've seen it. I've seen how it's just, turn into rubble and ash and nothing, literally nothing left, except those things that are built for fire, such as chimneys, such as masonry work, such as barbecues and stoves and things like that. So yeah, there might be a lot of investigation for the conspiracy side. Anyway, the other thing I want to talk about today is the takedown of the bad guys, which absolutely has started. And we've been waiting for the takedown of the larger names in the pedophilia rings. And yes, Harvey Weinstein was one of the big names, one of the gigantic names in the pedophilia ring. All in Uma Abedin's information, Uma Abedin's laptop. This is getting out. We were wondering when the leaks were coming. This is a huge player. Him along with the Clintons, Harvey Weinstein, and what's his name? Jeffrey Epstein. Jeffrey Epstein, another big donor, another buddy of the Clintons, of the leftist hypocrites. Oh my God. Meryl Streep needs to fess up. Everybody knew about Harvey Weinstein and the people he ran with. That's the thing. The parties he had, the parties he went to, the parties he brought young girls to. And no, it is not just sexual advances for consenting adults. It is Kate Beckinsale, one of my favorite actresses, says she was 17 when Weinstein forcefully came onto her and was trying to give her alcohol, was trying to have sex with her. And that's pedophilia, my friends. And don't even think for a second that Weinstein stopped at 17 years old. I think people are checking Jeffrey Epstein's flight logs, where Bill Clinton went to his pedophile island 26 times in the flight logs. Hillary Clinton went to his island 6 times. This is pervasive. It's all throughout the elite, and this is what they were hiding in Uma Abedin's and whatever her husband's name is, Anthony Weiner's laptop. 650,000 documents, including videotape, audio tape, completely damning of some of the most elite people in the United States. And this is what we've been waiting for, the takedown of the bad guys. So it is happening, absolutely. The Clintons were completely silent on Harvey Weinstein because they were he was funded by them. They were best friends. And remember, they were best friends with Jeffrey Epstein as well. And here's the hypocrisy of Hillary Clinton. Just remember what they said about Trump during the election, and now they're appalled that one of their own, but it's a lot of their own. But listen to this pathetic discussion.
I was just sick. I was shocked. I was appalled. It was something that was just intolerable in every.
She is a player in this game. She was absolutely involved in a lot of this stuff. And that's what they have. That's the evidence they have on Uma Abedin's laptop. Uma Abedin had everything. 650,000 emails. 649,000 of them were classified documents too. That how the Clintons get away with what they do. If you look at the Clinton body count, it's well over 100 now. So I think the takedown, the draining of the swamp has begun. Harvey Weinstein is obviously the largest name, but the connection between pedophilia, the ritual sacrifice, all that stuff, Pizzagate has not been made yet in the mainstream media. But today's announcement by Kate Beckinsale is a damning indictment that shows absolutely he was a pedophile. And age made no difference to him. The younger, the better. And I wait to see what else comes out. I do think that Trump needs to release, and Trump is probably implicated in the Jeffrey Epstein stuff as well. They were friends, if not at least acquaintances. And if he is involved in any of it, it needs to come out. I think if they had any dirt on him, it would have already come out. But clearly, the truth needs to be told. Maybe that's why Trump's distancing himself, falling on the sword type of thing. Maybe, I don't know. But I would think with Trump, they would have brought out anything they had. If they had, any big dirt on him, they would have already brought it out, because he's in the process of taking down, draining the swamp, and that swamp reaches the higher echelons of the U.S. government. The Clintons, Joe Biden, the Bush administration, the Bushes, the Obamas, you name it, they're all involved. And it'll come right back to Pizzagate with all that information on that pedophile ring. So that's where we stand, my friends. It's all happening. Really interesting stuff on cryptos I'll have later today. For the Friday road trip, all you private road members on the road to Ruta, I am going to make a video. I'm making a video right now of how to buy some of the ERC20 tokens, which is the the SALT tokens and Veritasium, using EtherDelta, because I know it's complicated, and I know a lot of people are just give up trying to buy anything, some of the smaller tokens on the EtherDelta exchange, because it's an on-chain exchange, meaning it's not a pool like the other larger ones. They take a pool of these tokens and then they rehypothecate them a million times. This is on-chain, so each transaction is actually you purchasing the token on the Ethereum blockchain. But I will making a video right now of how to do that. It's a basic video. It'll walk you step by step on how to create an account, how the trading works, how you can get your hands on some, how you transfer it back out of the exchange into your own wallet, and then you're set with some ERC20 tokens. And remember, these are businesses. They're not cryptocurrencies. Businesses can change, adapt, you name it. I can't even imagine all the things that SALT can come up with to enhance their current products. And I've sent them some emails on some suggestions. So yes, SALT is a screaming buy at $3 or whatever it is right now. Because with the cryptocurrencies, they can pretty much just make them stronger and faster. And that's all that really can happen to Bitcoin and Litecoin and things like that. With the companies, they can completely change, add new products, change the dynamics of what they do. My suggestion for SALT is to require that SALT require some of the tokens be used for every deal and every collateral deal, and it will lock up tokens, and it would create huge demand for these tokens if you want to get a SALT loan, a fiat loan with crypto collateral. And there's so many other things that can be done with all the businesses. Reggie Middleton is a great example of Veritasium. He's going out and doing all kinds of things. And when he makes these announcements of, say, obviously the Jamaican Stock Exchange announcement can happen any day. But the next announcement, I think it's the German Stock Exchange, the DAX. I think he's working with them. He said it's a top 10 exchange, and that's a $2 or $3 billion exchange. Can you imagine the focus of energy and money that will go into something that shows that the crypto tokens, an ERC20 token, and the companies being built on that are actually making that difference, changing from a criminal enterprise to a peer-to-peer enterprise. So yeah, if you're a private road member, that will be available later on today on the Friday road trip. If you want to join the Road to Ruta, go to roadtoruta.com and you'll get a free silver coin, numbered, and one PPT token, a paper token, mailed to your front door with the silver coin. And go check it out at roadtoruta.com. This is Bix Weir. I'll talk to you later.